Talk all about yourself. All right. I'm here with Chris Young, who's a composer and was also a member of the panel today. And how did you feel that went? And obviously, there was probably a great bit of information because you've had your measure of success. So it's nice to spread that info around.
True. I think it went very well. I was blessed to be asked to be on the panel. And my thing when I'm called onto panels is, should I discover that the majority of people in the room are composers, is to try to instill in them belief that they too can accomplish what they want to accomplish. So it's more like a pep talk.
And did you have any kind of fostering or mentoring like this when you started in the business?
Yes, actually, I moved out here in 1980, went to UCLA, studied with a composer who was a hero of mine. His name is David Raxon, and he wrote the music for Laura, The Bad and the Beautiful, Forever Amber. And he, in time, took me under his wing, and I must say that had he not encouraged me and said he thought I was talented, had I not won the Henry Mancini Award for Young Film Composers and the Frank Sinatra Award for Big Band Arrangers, I might have packed up and gone back to New Jersey. It's a miracle that these little things happen. As I've always said to anyone who's starting off in film scoring or in any aspect of the film or the entertainment world, it's, you know, your first year out here, if you can survive it, you're on the road to success. And if maybe, just maybe, someone whose talent you admire gives you a compliment or some kind of an encouragement, then your first year was worth the time.
Well, do you think that we're getting to be a little more friendly in this community now? Because you were lucky to find one man to sort of foster and mentor you. It's kind of a tough business. And now what you're doing is kind of spreading it out to a lot more than just one other person, which is really good.
Well, I'm going to have to say that I lived in New York for a while. Did you ever live in New York City?
I did live in New York.
You know what I'm talking about when you say that it's really hard to approach people in New York City. I mean, yeah, they're all running on the street to get to wherever they're going to, but the heavyweights, the people that we want to have interaction with, live, you know, in high rises, you know, and there's doormen there. You can't. I wanted to meet Leonard Bernstein. You know, no way I was going to get to him. He had a doorman there. So. The one thing I always thought about LA that made it unique, and I picked this up the minute I got here, moved out here, was that within 24 hours, I could be in a room with all of my heroes, you know, and I could actually go up. I had the guts, which I was too nervous at the time, but I could have gone right up to John Williams my second day out here, or third day, within the first week, and had a conversation with this guy. I mean, these guys live in swanky houses, but you can actually drive up to their swanky house, walk up to the front door and push the doorbell, you know. And with composers, you don't get servants answering the door. You usually get their wives or their kids, and sometimes them, you know.
Now, your most recent big claim to fame is Love Happens, and
Right.
What else are you working on in the near future?
The film I'm currently working on is called The Rum Diary with Johnny Depp. It's based on a Hunter Thompson book. Two other films which are coming out shortly. One is a romantic comedy called Love Happens, and the other is called Creation, and that's the one that I'm kind of hoping will have some kind of visibility before the Oscar ballots go in, and that's a drama about Charles Darwin, and it stars Paul Bettany as Charles Darwin and his real-life wife, Connolly, Jennifer Connolly, plays his wife in the movie. So it's a husband and wife playing husband and wife.
As a composer, how much interaction are you getting with the stars and the actors? I mean, are you just pretty much kept off to your own devices?
Right. When a everyone thinks, oh, you're the composer, you know all the stars, you get to hang with the stars. The fact of the matter is, no. By the time the composer comes on, the film is wrapped, the actors are on to the next movie, or they're taking vacations, whatever they're doing. They're not around. I meet the actors for the first time, as do most composers, at the premiere. You know, I'm walking up the red carpet, and they're the actors right in front of me, and I go up and introduce myself to them, and I guess they have to assume, since I'm the guy on the red carpet who's claiming he did the music, that I must really be the guy that did the music. So that's where I meet them. I usually go, I be thrilled to hear what you think about the music. They're hearing it for the first time at the premiere. And I've had some wonderful experiences with actors actually hunting me out because they liked it so much.
So where do we find out a little bit more about you? You probably have a web presence or a bio somewhere, yeah.
Well, I've got an official Christopher Young website or whatever, and as you pointed out, I have this house called the Tilden House, which is for young composers who are trying to get going. And if they want to find out more information about that, they can check on the website. I guess I could give them my email address, right? Is that a smart? Yeah, sure. It's cyoung4700, cyoung4700 at AOL.com. Ask for a woman named Samantha, and you'll get information on this Tilden House. And if there's anything else I might be able to do to help you get started in film scoring, there's nothing that would make me happier. If I had the time, I have to footnote it with that going. As soon as the film scoring thing stops, I'm going to give myself wholeheartedly to acting as a mentor for composers.
That's terrific. Well, you're passing it along, which is really pretty incredible. So, well, it's great to meet you, and we'll probably be seeing you again here next year.
I hope so, Lisa.
That's great. Thanks, Chris. Nice to meet you, too.